Let's Talk with Heather Dubrow starts now. I don't even know how you like to be introduced. She's a 3-time Emmy winner, New York Times bestselling author, veteran podcaster, co-host of E! News. She's really like one of the most driven, talented, insanely cool women I know. Please welcome Keltie Knight.
Hello, Heather Dubrow.
Hi.
I'm just like blinded by the ring as per usual.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are you into lab diamonds?
Oh my God. I have the greatest story for you
Tell
about
me.
this.
I want to hear it.
Okay.
This is not, I want to tell you, she's looking at
No, that's a real diamond.
my ring. It is not a lab diamond, much to Terry's chagrin. He would love.
If you were into it.
No, he would have loved if he had known about lab diamonds before he purchased this.
Okay. So last year at the Golden Globes, I lost my diamond on the red carpet.
Yes.
Very viral moment.
Yes.
And
Kind of worth it for how viral it went.
I mean, I was like, what? Is this all this girl needs to do? Win all the Emmys, get a New York Times bestseller. They're like, no, we don't care about you. I'm like, lose a diamond. People are like, we're rooting for you. I'm
Go,
like,
Keltie, go!
Jesus. Okay, so I lost the diamond and I had no insurance on it because it was pretty new. And I got reached out to by a bunch of different companies that they were like, we'll replace your diamond. And because they saw it as a PR opportunity,
Right.
I was like, well, this is amazing. And so I ended up working with this company and they replaced my diamond and they upgraded it to like a 4-carat diamond. And it's beautiful. And I love it so much. And so I talk about this. I wear it sometimes, not all the time. It's still like, you know, it's not a day. Well, you're a day wearer. But anyway, so Justin knows the whole story that this is a lab diamond.
Okay.
But it's really fabulous. And I love it. And we went to dinner with you and Terry. This was months ago. Terry, Heather, Justin Sylvester, my co-host on E! News, me and my husband, Chris. And we went. And you said something.
Oh, shit.
About, you were like, yeah, and she wears lab diamonds. And Justin Sylvester looked at me across the table and he goes like this. You didn't see it, but he goes, and looked at my diamond in my hand, looked back up at me. We laughed so hard the next day
I'm
in the
judgy.
glam room. He was like, don't tell Heather Dubrow. You can never tell her it's a lab diamond. She won't want to go to dinner with you anymore.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Well, I will tell you.
Have you changed your mind?
I think I have. So by the way, that's fucking hilarious. I would never judge you for the lab
But
diamond.
you know Justin's looks where he goes,
Well, because here's the thing. What I have a hard time, what I was having a hard time wrapping my brain around is that it's actually a real diamond. It's not like it's a cubic zirconia or, you know, like a white sapphire masquerading as a diamond.
Montasite or whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a real diamond.
Yes.
And then, you know, when you think about, you know, ethically sourced diamonds,
Sure.
how difficult it is for the environment, the how they mine the diamonds. But also I heard, wait, you're drinking an energy drink? I just squirreled out. We're going to talk about that in a second. But also I heard that lab-grown diamonds are also bad for the environment.
Yes.
Do you know that?
Yes. Well, everything's bad for the environment.
Yes.
But I will say that there actually is no difference. And I know this because I had these, I'm wearing a triple, these are real, but these are also a lab-grown stud. Oh, I hate to admit it. But I didn't like the setting in them, so I had them reset.
Yeah.
And I took it to a jeweler I'd never worked with before, just near my house, to just be like, hey, what can you do? And he put the thing on, and he had no idea.
No,
like,
because they
can't tell.
They can't tell. So here's the thing about the lab diamonds is that there's, I guess, from what I understand, not that I'm an expert, maybe we need ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Something else we need to talk about.
Okay.
But there's a machine, I guess it's like 20 grand for this machine.
That they can tell?
That can tell.
Oh.
But no one has the machine because who's going to buy a
cares?
machine to tell? And who cares?
Right.
When the regular tester thing can't tell what kind of diamond it is because it's a real diamond. It was just made in a lab. I had 3 of my 4 children are IVF. Does it make a difference?
Right. That's true. That's very true. My question is this. I would only be mad if I was you and I had a beautiful collection of diamonds that are very high worth because you've invested over the years. Like that is
Right.
a very expensive diamond.
Right.
The lab diamonds are lowering the price of diamonds because now anyone can go and get a 4-carat diamond for under 10 grand if they
Right.
want. Right?
Right.
So I would be mad if I was at a place in my life where I was debrowing, where I was like, oh God, now or if I was like Queen Camilla over in the palace or Princess Kate being like, I'm going to get the tiara and now it's not really worth as much. I would be mad if that was my thing. But I feel like, I think it's nice. I think it's nice that people can go get a lab diamond. I think it's nice to think of like maybe the children not being like digging, like I just like the idea of it. And for me, it works with, because I would never spend that much money on jewelry. I don't care about jewelry that much.
Right. Well, listen, we were with friends recently and they have plenty of money.
Right.
And they could have
still went for it.
Still went for the lab diamond. And I thought, okay, you know what? I kind of get it. But what it's interesting to me is I wonder what will become precious now. Like, is it going to turn to rubies?
But were diamonds ever precious? Because I heard it was like a whole shenagle from the diamond industry.
I know. There's a lot of...
Like the Hermes Birkin feels precious to me because I watched a video of how it takes them like a year to make them.
Yes.
Like it's like that to me is very precious.
Craftsmanship is precious.
Right.
Yes.
So maybe a diamond, like maybe we've been hoodwinked into thinking that diamonds are precious and they're not.
Maybe so. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. But I have to say,
answer.
I don't feel judgy. And I will tell you about the studs.
Yeah.
I had a pair of...
And they lost. You're Kim Kardashian in the Bora Bora. I lost the diamond.
Yes, exactly. So I lost my studs in Las Vegas years ago. They were insured. I got the money for them.
Yeah.
And instead of replacing them, because I was like, studs are so plain. Right. And sometimes you want gold. Sometimes you want silvers and, whatever. So what I did was I bought my first piece of Van Cleef jewelry. I bought this necklace and I bought Nordstrom fake earrings.
Yeah. Like a cubic zirconia.
Like a cubic zirconia. They were like $50.
Right.
And they were big and they were great. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to wear these till I figure it out. And I never bought studs again because they seem so plain to me to spend
it's not
money.
Like a special thing.
Right. So I kind of get it. I understand it. I don't have any lab diamonds, but I'm not against it.
Wow. Okay.
So
2025 Heather Dubrow.
Where
I will report back to Justin Sylvester tonight at work.
Let's Talk is sponsored by The Real Real, the best place to shop authenticated luxury bags, clothing, watches, and so much more. With up to 90% off retail, you can finally have the pieces you've been dreaming of from brands like Gucci, Fendi, Prada, and so many more. Hey, you guys, you know how the tariffs are affecting everyone? Well, guess what they're affecting? Luxury goods. You want to buy something for a reasonable price? Oh my gosh, you've got to go to The Real Real. Plus, everyone there knows exactly how to authenticate luxury goods. So you will be 100% guaranteed that you're not walking around with a Fucci. You got a Gucci. Everything at The Real Real sells is authenticated in person by luxury and fashion experts. The Real Real has found new homes for over 37 million authenticated luxury items. So they know firsthand the impact resale has on the planet. Rather than producing more stuff, The Real Real is making what already exists new. Need a dress for a fancy wedding? The perfect vacation sandals? Ready to invest in a new bag to add to your collection? Find exactly what you're looking for that no one else has at The Real Real. The Real Real is the world's largest and most trusted resource for authenticated luxury resale. With thousands of new arrivals daily, no one does resale like The Real Real. And now, get $25 off your first purchase when you go to therealreal.com/Dubrow. That's therealreal.com/Dubrow to get your $25 off. Start shopping now at therealreal.com/Dubrow.
I do want to ask you something.
Yes.
There's this whole thing going on. There's two things. I'm sorry. I know this is your show and I always do this.
No,
but,
I love this.
Okay. There's this whole thing now with the tariffs and TikTok and people are saying, go right to the manufacturer of these bags and stuff and how the Birkins and all the bags, what are your thoughts on
the tariffs?
The fake Birkins, the Amazon Birkin. Like, do you care?
I do care.
You care a lot.
I care about copyright infringement. This is what I care about. I don't so we're doing lab diamonds, we're doing real diamonds. Okay, but they're all real diamonds.
Right.
Okay, understood. And we're all being very transparent about it.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. I don't like copyright infringement. Someone spent time designing something. It drives me insane when I'm in Manhattan and I see a table of fake Van Cleef bracelets.
Right.
And they look good.
Right.
It irritates me. Someone designed this. This is their proprietary design.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be knocking it off. I remember once walking by a Michael Kors store, and I love Michael Kors. I think he's an amazing designer. But in the window were knockoffs of Valentino bags. I mean, the same studs,
right,
the same patterns. And I was like, you're Michael Kors. What are you doing?
Yeah.
That's their
thing.
Look, that's their thing. Yeah. I don't like it.
It's not for you. I mean, I used to be a shoe model for Steve Madden in Manhattan in my early days, and they also ripped off. Like
but they're inspired by.
Right, inspired by. It's not exact.
It's not exact, and there's a difference between trends and copy.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The trend is a bucket bag.
The trend is a bucket bag. The trend is leopard. The trend is camo.
Yeah.
The trend is neon. Those are all things. I mean, yes, you can go to Zara and buy tweed jackets that are very Chanel-ish looking vibes, but they don't have fake C buttons on them.
Right.
Okay. That's where I draw the line.
My next thing is, I noticed on your Instagram, which is fantastic, by the way, that
you're doing
like a savvy spender thing.
Thrifty
Thursdays. Okay. I want to implore you to switch over. There's a woman taking over TikTok right now. Her name's Becca Bloom.
Okay.
They're calling it How to Rich Right. And listen, I actually appreciate, because I know last season on Housewives, you wore a lot of like leggings and like stuff like that like the regular plebs of the world can afford. But Becca Bloom is very, very rich. And every day she gives us a TikTok and she's just doing her life.
Yeah.
But it's like the most insane shit ever. She's like, oh my God, look at my fiance just told me to come downstairs. And like she opens a box and it's like a Chanel tennis racket. Like I feel like that's your life. And then she's like, let me plate my cat's food. And she's like putting a little caviar on it. Like I think Thrifty Thursday is great, but I'm going to need like full Dubrow Monday. You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying. Here's the thing about me. I'm a little bit of both.
You are.
And that's just the truth. Like, I don't live, like, I'm not putting.
I've been in your closet.
Yeah, it's great.
And we have not seen it enough.
No, it's true. But I feel like people see on Housewives so much of the bougie stuff that when I start posting the more regular, like when I buy stuff from Amazon, although sometimes I'm so stupid. I was saying to the girls one day, I'm like, oh, I was wearing these pink leggings and I'm like, oh, I got them on Amazon. And Shannon looked at the tag. She's like, those are like $400 leggings. I don't care that you bought them on Amazon.
Yeah, it doesn't matter we bought it, but I need you to do like, come with me and rate my Chanel bags. And I need you to rate them from like 1 to 10.
Like I'll get so much shit for that.
I know, but you just have to lean in. Becca Bloom is, she's very much like you. She is rich, but like she's so wonderful. And that's the difference.
I appreciate
She's
that.
not rich like, I'm rich and you can't have it. She's like, okay, well, she has a job, she works, she hustles, and she's like, okay, guys, I was feeling a little low today. Let me do my skincare. And she's like, and then I take the octopus squid roe, and you're just like, what? This is like a level of fabulousness.
I have to start following her now.
Becca Bloom.
Okay.
It'll be your inspiration. I want like Rich Bitch Mondays with Heather Dubrow.
Oh my God, you are so funny. I can't stand
But yet you can't even clean your glasses. Like you really are a hot mess.
No, I'm a hot mess, especially right now.
Okay.
Okay. But speaking of that, it's funny, every season on the show, like not intentionally, but I seem to have like a wardrobe vibe. Like one year I was very into brooches.
Yeah, we love a brooch.
And one year I was into logos. I had logo mania. 1 year, whatever. And I don't really do it intentionally, but there seems to be
it's a vibe.
Like a theme.
Yeah.
My daughter Max said to me maybe 2 years ago, she was like, I really like that old money look. You know what I mean? Like that beauty, like Sophia Richie, right? Old money. When she got married and had all those Chanel dresses.
And she paid for those, by the way.
Oh,
they were not a gift. It was
because she can.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Lionel, you're welcome.
Hello. But I loved that. And I was like, oh, I feel like that's very me. And so we started talking about quiet luxury. So do you think quiet luxury is overhyped, or did it just need like a little sparkle?
For me, I find the like quiet luxury, the goop of it all, like the very like, there's not a label on anything. I find it very boring
You
me.
do?
Yeah, because I am a showgirl. Like, I want to wear a sequin jacket on a Monday at 11. Like,
But does it need a logo on it?
It doesn't need a logo. It's just a way of dressing. Like Jasmine Tookes, the supermodel, she does it very well. She'll be in like, it was like Meghan Markle in her show. Like, it's like a white linen pant and a shirt, and like the t-shirt's probably from the Goop store or whatever it's cashmere, and it's a $400 t-shirt from the Row. But like, I could wear the same one at it's Hanes, and I got it at Walmart. You know what I mean? But so for me, it's not special enough. I like to I'm a girl who's like, I'll show you my shoe right now. Like, I like an accoutrement, which I know
She's got like slides with stuff.
Yeah, Veronica Beard. Like,
see, these are my.
Yeah, but yours have Louis Vuittons on them.
These are my Pilates shoes.
Yeah, okay. So that's the difference. I think it's great on some people, and I do love if you're on a budget. Quiet luxury is the trends to follow, because it is something that you can go to Zara.
Yeah, but I see that's where we disagree, because I think the whole point of quiet luxury is you can't dupe it, because it's about the quality of the items.
And it's the way you hold yourself.
It's definitely the way you hold yourself, because it's in the wearing of it. Someone could wear something, not expensive and make it look more elevated, 100%. But it's funny you talk about that, because I distinctly remember thinking to myself several years ago, that I was ready to have more expensive basics.
Ooh, yeah.
And that
welcome
to me,
to womanhood. Heather's like,
yeah,
I want.
I was like, I remember seeing a sweater. This could have been 10 years ago, but I remember seeing a sweater and thinking, see, I would love to own that sweater, because it's not important. It's something you would just throw on.
Right. And you throw it on, but it's like rich bitch.
Yeah, but you would throw it on to go to Pilates. Like, I have this like in my bag. I have this Celine sweater. This is so obnoxious, by the way, and this is the not relatable portion.
No,
Here's your rich
like
portion.
Riching bitching.
I have this leopard Celine cardigan in my bag. And like something like that years ago, I would hold it. I would save it. It would need its moment. I throw it on to wear it to Pilates.
But I love that. Like, you got to wear your things.
You must.
Yes. You must wear your things.
Must wear your things.
I went to a birthday party this weekend, and I had bought a Bob Mackie ridiculous vintage crop top shirt that I think was supposed to go over a gown. And I'm like, I could be normal tonight. I was like, no, I'm wearing my sequin Bob Mackie crop top to a house party.
Yes.
And it's just like, that makes me so happy. And life is short. You got to wear it. I actually love when you do the like full, when you're a little more costumey too. Like there was one episode of House, I think you were, I can't remember what season it was, but you were like, maybe you're on a golf course, but you had like a blazer. Like, you look like Andy walking into the Vogue offices in Devil Wears Prada when she, like, after the makeover, it was like a little kilt thing. And like, I just love that. I think it should be fun.
I think it should be fun too. And I think dressing should be fun. I haven't had a stylist in a few years.
Yeah.
And I'm loving dressing myself
Just doing
again.
it. Yeah.
Just doing it. And I don't care. Like, I don't care what anyone thinks. I don't care if they like it or not. I'm just embracing it. But what I have found is I want less things.
Yes. It's the purge of the years. Like, we're purging. I just did a huge closet purge.
What do you do with your things? Do you sell it to RealReal? Do you?
No, I'm very lucky. I have a niece who just turned 13, and she's tall like me.
She wants it all.
She comes over, put a pile on the floor, and she picks what she wants. I give a lot to like just people in my life. I bring stuff to E, because a lot of the makeup artists and stuff, I'm just like, does anyone, like, I'm just sick of wearing this. Does anyone want it? So I kind of like give it away.
Nice.
I'll sell some stuff, but most of the stuff that I have that's worth anything, I'm keeping. Like, I'm at that point. But it's actually, we were talking about this. I invested in this app called Ulta. Not that this is an ad, but
No, this is good. I wanted to talk about
it's very
that.
interesting.
Explain
Heather.
to me what Ulta is.
Okay, so Ulta means, in Latin, it means elevated. And so basically what it is it's like a digital, it's the Clueless closet in an app.
Okay.
So basically
You have to take pictures of all your stuff?
Well, it's a scan through. So you can literally go like this and flip through your closet, and it will scan everything. And then it searches the internet and names it. Like, it can find that you put that slipper and you just scan it. It'll fill in all the info. Casual, Louis Vuitton, slide, black, like, it'll fill it all in. But they also have a service where they'll come and do your whole closet. So you put your whole closet together, and then there's many, many things you can do. So you basically could wake up in the morning. It tells you what the weather's going to be like today. And you can say, I'm going to lunch and then a work dinner. and then it will take your closet and it figures out the AI, there's 22 models. It figures out based on the trends on the internet. So like what Vogue is talking about, what Elle is talking about. It will put the outfits together for you.
With all your accessories and everything?
All your accessories, and you can switch things out or whatever. Or for me, like I just bought a new pair of like insane Chloe boots. They go over the knee. They're all studded. They're ridiculous. You can click on that item and say, style this item. And it goes through and it adds a dress. And then it gives you a skinny jean with a sweater look for casual and whatever. And you can save them. There's also a calendar. So you can like do your looks. You can do a packing trip. So you can say to it, hey, I'm going to Italy for 2 weeks. I want to pack a carry-on. These are the dates I'm going. It looks up the weather. And you say, I want to have a flat shoe for sightseeing. And there's one night that's a formal wedding. And it will put the outfits. You can mess things up. You can play with it. And then it gives you a packing list. Pack one white t-shirt, this pair of jeans, like da-da-da-da-da.
Oh my God. Just so you know, I'm doing this today.
No, well, I will send you a person to do your closet.
Okay, I need that.
But it's really amazing. And the reason I think it's so important, and what you were saying is like, I want less, is that we live in this thing where you have your closet and everything's bunched together. Most of us. Your closet is very beautiful. But most of everything's bunched together. And you're like, I have nothing to wear.
Right.
But then when you can actually see it in front of you,
it's
like,
different.
It's kind of like doing taxes. You look at your taxes and you look in the spreadsheet and you're like, damn, I spent that much money on $400 leggings on Amazon. But you're like, wait. And what I love the most is I could take a picture of you, Heather Dubrow. I see something you wear on Housewives or something you do your, outfit. I can screenshot that picture. I upload it to Ulta. It will make me the same outfit out of my own clothes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so I'll tell you what I love the most about that. I will sometimes buy an item that I have. I just love it.
It doesn't belong.
But it belongs with nothing in my closet.
Friends. It has no friends.
It has no friends. And I'm really unsure. Or I realize, I have too many tops and not enough bottoms. But I really don't understand what kind of bottoms go with these tops. That's what I need.
And the other thing it can do, you can do that and be like, style me. And then the AI will tell you, well, Gigi Hadid is wearing this with this low slung jean. And this is the jean they saw her in the paparazzi picture. And you can shop it directly from the app.
That's crazy.
So that's how the app makes money, is like affiliate links when you shop.
So aren't you worried that AI is going to take over every single job?
I know AI is going to take over every single job. Like, there's no doubt in my mind it's coming. I know there will be an AI me giving you entertainment news on E! News in 2 years. Like, I know it's coming. But the thing that they can't take away is us in real life, like real life events, like birthday parties, weddings, like all of that kind of stuff. So we just have to transition to, using AI where it helps us, and then really enjoying our life when we're out in the real world.
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to help us actually unplug more. I hope so too.
I'm like, I want to have a big grand answer for you, but
yeah,
I will tell you, this app really helps me get dressed and helps me stay organized. And like, I like AI for that. Like, I like ChatGPT for that. Like, I'm into that. What I'm not into is, we had a situation, I don't know if this has happened to you yet. We had a situation on the Lady Gang podcast where we were talking about shaving our vaginas, and waxing, and like what's cool and what people are doing now.
Right.
And a company took that video and AI'd Becca Tobin, my co-host's voice, for their razor company, and then was running dark ads against Lady Gang on the web. And so our fans were getting, there's like, we didn't hear you guys. This is not what you said on the podcast, but they AI'd the voice. I had something similar happen to me on TV. I was talking about Kelly Clarkson, and someone took a clip of me talking about Kelly Clarkson, and they AI'd my voice. And then it talked about Kelly Clarkson, these diet pills that she was using in 24 hours. And I was like, we would never do that story.
No.
And it went everywhere. And my mom was like, my mom wrote me and she goes, do those Kelly Clarkson diet pills really work?
It's so scary. It's like,
and
remember they used to do that with the ads with the ginkgo biloba, whatever it was called? Because they had one from me and Terry. Same thing.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And you're like, this doesn't seem like something they would promote.
Yeah.
Like,
and it was also, we didn't promote that item.
Right.
That was just crazy.
It's so weird. So I think it's weird. I think it's scary. I think it's all I think that it's fun to find ways that it can help.
Yeah, I hope all of that is true, because Terry and I have been taking a little bit of like a dark spiral.
Conspiracy,
Yeah, dive. And we end up with, wow, we should just
I'm scared
drink
for your kids.
more,
I'm scared
have
for your
sex
kids.
more, and spend more.
That's what I'm saying.
We're all going to be goldfish to the AI robots in 5 years.
100%.
I know.
It's all but that's why I think like real talk, podcasting, television shows, like those are the things that you can't.
Well, this is my thing. You can't replicate the unpredictability of humans.
Yes.
So you can replicate many things, and AI can have empathy and all these different things, but you can't replicate the actual human condition.
I think you're right.
And emotions. So that's the only thing.
Yeah.
That,
I think it's a big, new, really scary world, and I'm glad I'm not a kid. Like, I'm glad I'm in my 40s.
I know. Because I can don't be a doctor, don't be a lawyer, don't be an architect. All those things are going to go away.
Right. You're like, we even graphic design, like it's wild out there.
There are a lot of awesome things that have come out of Australia. There's the Hemsworth brothers, Uggs, the Crocodile Hunter, all kinds of Vegemite, all kinds of amazing things. But my new favorite Aussie export that's finally available in the US is the koala sofa bed. Oh my gosh. Wait until you guys experience this. You think koalas are soft and adorable and yummy? Wait until you sleep on the koala sofa bed. Koala makes the most comfortable mattresses, and the sofa beds actually use their mattress technology inside. It's inspired by the Aussie outback. Koala delivers Instagram-worthy color options, no sad beige, and no millennial gray hair. Also, there's no uncomfortable metal frames. Unlike traditional sofa beds, koalas are designed for pure comfort. No Allen wrenches, no stress, no tears. Everything comes in the box and easily slide, clicks, or screws together. No need for a guest room. Koala sofa bed comes in 3 sizes to fit smaller spaces. With no delivery or restocking fees, that's almost unheard of in the industry. Plus, you're going to get a 120-night risk-free trial. Nearly 4 months to make sure it's the perfect fit for your home. So upgrade your space with the most stylish, customizable, and elevated sofa bed available. To get $100 off your new sofa plus fast shipping, go to us.koala.com/Heather. That's us.koala.com/Heather to get $100 off your new sofa. Koala. Comfy, easy, sustainable. Ever walk past a place for rent and wish you could just peek inside? Maybe even explore the layout, envision the natural light streaming through the windows. Maybe you just want to visualize where your bar cart will go. At apartments.com, you can. With tools like their 3D virtual tours, you could see the exact unit you could be living in. You can literally envision yourself in your new home with apartments.com, the place to find a place. All right, I'm going to ask you some dumb questions.
Okay.
This is would you rather.
Okay.
Would you rather be stuck? I know the answer to this. Would you rather be stuck in an elevator with a method actor in character or a reality star in full drama mode?
Reality star for sure.
Would you rather have your worst ex? Would you rather have your worst ex give a red carpet interview about you or your mom?
Honestly, the haters make you famous, so I think my worst ex.
Me too. Also, because if your mom gives the interview, people believe it.
Yeah. There's no renege.
Like, it's her mother.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Would you rather trip on the Met Gala stairs or be caught wearing last season's shoes to the Oscars?
Okay, well, I've done both. I tripped on the Grammy red carpet this year. Unfortunately, I did it. I'm so dumb. I didn't do it on purpose, but I fell in the backstage area, and everyone's like, you did it on purpose for press, because it, of course, went viral too. And I was like, you guys know that if I was doing this for press, I would have done it in front of the photographers.
Right.
Like, nobody
Not
falls.
in secret.
Yeah, like the security guard was like, idiot, and like Derek, that was it.
I remember seeing the footage about that.
And I always wear last year's shoes because I feel like I actually don't. That's the one thing I'm very thrifty on. I will buy
shoes?
a used shoe. I'm so hard on my shoes.
I will. As a dancer, you would buy a used shoe?
100%.
Really? I don't know. No.
I would. Yeah.
No.
That's where you draw the line.
Yeah, I draw the line. Well, first of all, I don't like used things.
Yes, I know this about you.
I don't like other people's energy.
What if
That's
you
what
sage
it's about.
Just sage that Valentino.
I guess.
The shoes are too expensive. I'm sorry. I'm not going to buy the shoe I wanted for like, well, I did buy the shoes for the Oscars, which was so annoying. They were like $1,200 flat. And I was like, I'll never wear it. This is satin slingback pump. I had to have it. It went with the dress. I will never wear the shoe again. This is a useless shoe.
But now you have to. What color's the shoe?
Nude, but like a satin shoe. Heather,
can you dye it?
Maybe black.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. See, that's why I come to you.
But you should dye it different.
Rich bitch tips.
But you should dye it different colors. Like I remember for my sister's wedding, she had like this crazy color dress that we had to wear. And Vera Wang made shoes that year. And she made a pump that was a toe shoe.
Oh.
It was so gorgeous. And it was really tall with a platform in the front. And I must have dyed them. They were silk. I dyed them like 3 times. They were so great.
Idea.
So if they're nude, dye them a color.
Yeah. And then dye them black
and
after.
then dye them black.
Oh my God, this is why I come to you.
See,
that's why riching well
there you
with
go.
Heather Dubrow.
Do you love that?
Yeah.
Tell me about this. Tell me about, people think that red carpets are very glamorous. Now, you and I both know, and you're much more comfortable than I am because I've never been on your side of it. But, it's fraught with, you're insecure. Does your hair look okay? Should you have powdered right before? I mean, like all the crazy thoughts. What's something that people don't realize that totally sucks about the red carpet?
Well, first of all, I will say I would love to see you doing more red carpets. And I know GLAAD has a bigger presence on the red carpet interviewing. They had Chrishell on the Grammys. Like, I really feel like you should reach out and do something like that. You would be amazing.
You're to interview people?
Yeah, you're
thanks.
It's a little lowbrow for you, but I think you would be amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, red carpets. The thing that sucks is waiting for people because and going behind the gates. Okay, so basically when I started in red carpets, it was like a free-for-all. There was like the pavement where you stood and then where the carpet began. And so it was like, a threshold. And it was like a visual threshold. And then I think it's my fault, but there was a Grammys where Rihanna wasn't stopping for me. And I always had a rule. This is when we had our microphones like plugged in for a red carpet. A lot of times you can't use anyway. Okay, I was like, I need 40 foot. Like I need a 40-footer because I might need to chase after someone. And so Rihanna was walking by me. She was wearing the pink cupcake dress at the Grammys. I jumped off my spot and I literally chased that girl. Like I did the interview and it was like 40 feet away. Like I chased her down the carpet to be like, Rihanna. And there's a picture of me being like, ah, like I'm running after her. And then since then, they've gotten really smart. They put us behind things. So they put you behind a gate. At the Met Gala, they put you behind like they'd love to do like a shrub. They like to have you like on the other side of a shrub, but the shrub is like 2 feet wide. I remember at the Critics' Choice one year, I was like, I couldn't even reach Margot Robbie because the shrub was so big. And like, I think it's my fault because I chased Rihanna. Like, I'm almost positive people are like, we need to like cattle but you feel like you literally feel like you're cattle. And they're like always like the fire marshal. And I was like, well, the fire marshal didn't do this in 2014. So
why
I don't
now?
know. Like, did you change? Anyway, so the other thing I want your listeners to understand is that I was actually just somewhere and someone looked at a picture from a red carpet and I was like, don't worry, that's not what she looks like. We're all more wrinkly. We're all more crepey. We're all older than we look.
Yes.
You don't understand. Even the Getty images, they have lights up high and they're shooting with these cameras that have huge flashes on them. Red carpet photos, celebrity photos, like they don't look like that in real life.
Which is why we love them.
100%. I don't want my celebrities to be normal.
Right.
That would be so boring.
So boring.
I want you to be fabulous. Take me into your fabulous world. Do you know what I mean? But like, I'll look at a red carpet picture of me and I'm like, that is not who woke up. Like, it's so much makeup, it's so much little tips. It's about how you tailor the clothes. It's about how you stand. It's about
how you hold your mouth, all those things, and that they're capturing you and that the one they're posting is great and all of that. And honestly, for everyone to understand it, when you're on the red carpet and having pictures taken, like it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure to stand there. Are you holding your coat? Are you handing it to someone? Are you holding your bag? Right. Which way are you standing?
Right.
Are you looking from left to right in a very slow way?
And they're yelling at you.
And everyone's yelling at you, and some of them get a little irritated.
And some of them are calling you Keltie, and you're like, that's not my name, bitch.
And so you just ignore that, and you're irritated, and they write your name on a piece of paper, and they hold it up so everyone knows who you are.
Yes, and it's so embarrassing. And then like at the Vanity Fair Oscar party this year, there's like a viral thing of Kendall Jenner, who's so big, supermodel. And then Lisa from Blackpink comes and like everyone stops yelling Kendall's name. And they're like, even the photographers that are in front of her are yelling at Lisa. And Kendall's looking over like, who the fuck is this bitch? Like it is like a competition for attention.
It's
like
so crazy.
You have to be such a strong person because a red carpet will break you.
the thing that I have trouble with is all right, so what happens when you go on these red carpets is that they're typically, you do photos first.
Yeah.
So there's all the still photographers. So you do that and you walk through, and then there's the electronic press. Mm-hmm. So you on the ground, you can see who everyone is. There's People, there's Us Weekly, there's E-News.
Right. They put down little papers that have the outlets.
Right. What is the etiquette? I've always been curious about this. So if you're there and someone is talking to you, someone is talking to E-News, but you catch my eye.
Yeah.
Right? And you're looking at me and I'm like, all right, Keltie probably wants to talk.
Yeah.
How long should we stand there?
As long as it takes.
Because then there becomes like this backlog and you feel so awkward.
Yes.
Standing there that sometimes Terry and I will just move on.
Yes. It's a very, and this for the people watching, this is the situation that happened at the Grammys this year that you might have saw that's viral between Babyface and Chappell Roan. In my opinion, the interviewers did not handle it well, but it's not 100% their fault. They're interviewing Babyface and they see Chappell Roan come by, and like Chappell's a big moment. And they're like, okay, thanks, Babyface. And then they're like, Chappell, and they're yelling for her. The problem is that, I mean, in an ideal world, you have a great publicist that is kind of working that carpet for you. And they're going, okay, we'll go to extra because it's open. And then we'll come back to E when Keltie's open. Like, they'll do that magic for you. If you're by yourself, there's no harm in waiting. Like, if I catch your eye, it means don't move. Like, what I'm trying to say is just hang out there and it's going to feel long for you because you're just standing there and you're hanging and you're in the background. But the truth is, like, none of this really is live unless you're on an E! Live red carpet. And even then, like, we need you to wait.
Right.
But we want to talk to you. Like, the press is there to help, you know? And if we've invested all this time and energy and funds to come to this carpet, it's because we saw a tip sheet that said Heather and Tara Dubrow are going to be there. So I have done all this work behind the scenes, Heather. I've prepared my questions. I've Googled you. I've figured out what's next. I've watched the latest trailer for whatever you're part of.
So you want to talk to me.
So I want to talk to you. I have questions for you. I've done that prep. Like, if you were coming to an event that you're on the list and we know you're going to be there, I'm so mad when you walk in. It bugs me so much. Like, I understand if you're not going to do any press, or people that are like, you know, I just saw you at E! a day ago, like, fine. But like, people want to talk to you. So you should stop, even though it feels weird.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
I totally get that. And for the people that are on the press line, it must be very difficult for you if they're giving you like the monologue of all monologues. It's like, speak in sound bites.
Please,
and
Lord.
Realize,
baby Jesus.
Yeah, that there's a million people that also want to be spoken to.
Yes.
Like, take your moment, answer a couple questions, move on.
Yes. That can
Totally
be very
with you
difficult.
on that.
And you're looking and you're like, and then I'm looking around trying to see who else is there. Like, it is an art. And I think that's why, like, thank God there is this movement that is like, bring back the journalists. Because for a while, it's been get the influencers on the carpet, get the influencers, get an actress, get someone who has something to promote to do the interviews. That's fun, but they need to be in a secondary position.
Right.
You need someone who has learned. It's like learning a skill. It's learning how to swim. Doing the interviews is just a 10% portion of actually managing a red carpet. You have to be watching. I see Britt Reese. I know Selena's coming. I'm watching. I'm seeing the flow. I'm listening next door to whoever's asking this so I don't ask the same question. I'm figuring out how to wrap you, get the next person. Like, there's a whole skill set involved that we don't get credit for. And then you see these viral red carpets of people just like flapping all over the place, and it's a mess. And people are like, this is hard to watch. It's hard to watch because they don't have that skill.
Right.
And that's okay. But like, put them in a secondary position where they're just doing a Kiki. You know?
Yeah.
I would say Kiki Palmer is one of the only people I know that's like not a professional interviewer that can really, really do a red carpet.
I think that's so interesting, and it's true. And that's what we want. We want like those little viral moments, those little sound bites, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Let's Talk is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedies, celebrity interviews, news, or even motivational speakers, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue, right? And guess what? Now you can call the shots on your auto insurance too. Enter the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. The Name Your Price tool puts you in charge of your auto insurance by working just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, then they'll show you a variety of coverages that fit within your budget, giving you options. Now that's something you want to press play on all day. It's easy to start a quote, and you'll be able to choose the best option for you fast. It's just one of the many ways you can save with Progressive Insurance. Quote today at Progressive.com to try the Name Your Price tool for yourself and join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Companies and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Let me ask you this. So you and I are very similar in this respect, but always on. Is it exhausting for you to be always on? Are you always on? And what does your not on moment look like?
This is like so hard.
Yeah.
Like, I actually want to ask you, can you answer after?
Yes.
This is a big challenge for me. Because, and I think for everyone, I'm on. So I get up in the morning, there's emails, there's Zooms, there's everything. And I'm Keltie. I'm selling Keltie Night Industries, if you will. I'm selling the podcast. I'm selling our Lady World Festival. I'm selling e-news. I'm selling my endorsement deals. Like, it's Keltie, so no one else can do it for me. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things that I have to answer to that I can't. People are always like, oh, celebrities, they have all that help. Yes, I do. But there's a lot of times where, like, they want Heather Dubrow's answer. Right. Or Heather Dubrow needs to be on the Zoom. Or Heather Dubrow needs to be filming. Like, there's no clone. And that's very difficult. And by the time I get to my free time, I'm so burnt out. I'm so stressed out. I'm so depressed by the amount of rejection that I've had to deal with all day. I've been all these Zooms. I'm selling. By the time it gets to 7:30, I'm thinking about the doom scroll of me, like, oh, I didn't do that read very well at e-news, and oh, they didn't put this thing up on Instagram for me, and oh, I said no, I got to find that money somehow for this. Like, it's a doom scroll. Oh, that episode didn't do very well of Lady Gang. Like, it's a doom scroll that I'm just almost in a coma of my own critique, and I just lay in my bed and I read and I like look at the ceiling. Like, I can't do anything. So I don't know, and I go to therapy. I do all the stuff, but it's just I'm having a really hard time right now. I've had a really hard 6 weeks of just like, what am I doing with my life? Why am I working so hard? Like, and I'm really lucky. I love my husband. I love my life. I'm able to do nice things, which is, so you're not allowed to complain. Like George Clooney once said in an interview, he was like, nobody wants to hear George Clooney complain, so I don't complain. Right. But like, I think we all universally have the same stuff. Yes. You know? Now, I'm lucky because I can throw money at my problems, but it doesn't always help.
Well, what are they? It's like money can't buy you happiness, but being sad in Paris is like better.
A little bit better. Yeah. I'm like, I'm sad. Let me add to cart. Like, yeah, for sure. There is that element. And
but it doesn't fix what's upsetting you.
Yes. I'm still sad. How do you turn on? Like,
oh, I feel the same exact way you do. And it's funny because I just ran into a girl at an event. I can't say who, but who's also well known. And she's younger. She's like in her late 30s. And she had this same exact answer, basically, that you just said. If you looked at her, you'd be like, she's on top of the world. She's young. She's beautiful. She got this. She got that. Da, da, da. But she said, this just happened. That just happened. This got rejected. This I failed at. This didn't go well. This, da, 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 da. And I went, but, and I like gave her this really great pep talk. And, and it was great. And we hugged and loved seeing her. And I thought, gosh, wouldn't it be nice if we could all just have like a little therapy sesh together and give each other that pep talk, because we're all going through it. Yeah. But no one, it's like the Instagram thing where everyone's lives are perfect. It's really not. And it's like, I, like you, am very lucky. I have a really great marriage. I have nice kids. We have money. Like there's nothing bad, you know, knock on wood. That doesn't mean it's perfect. Right. The kids still argue with each other. Yeah. Terry and I still irritate each other. Like all of those very normal things. But, you know, I'm thinking I actually don't have a team. I've had teams. Yeah. But I don't have a team, and I haven't. I've been a one-man band for a long time, and I'm tired. Yeah. And in the same way that I have purged my closet to the point where, you know, I have things that I can wear and want to wear and don't worry about the excess. I feel the same way about my career. I'm in a mode of I need to be just doing these things that bring me joy that I really want to do. But how do I do that without, you know, and it's the same thing, but they go, but you're doing this and this and this and this. Like how someone even said to me, what more do you want? What more do you need?
Yes.
And it's like sometimes you have to realize there are certain things you do. And I'm not talking about housewives, by the way. There's nothing cryptic here.
Right.
I'm very proud of that and grateful for that platform, truly.
Right.
I mean, other things. But I sometimes you do things as a means to an end. It is a bridge to get to somewhere else. And we've done this our whole careers. And so sometimes you just want to be on the other side of the fucking bridge.
Well, and have options.
Yeah.
I think we get in this like death spiral of like, this is just what we do. This is what we do. And these are the pressures that are on it. It's nice to be picked for stuff. It's nice to have a new, fresh idea because we are such creative people, you know, and such go-getters. And it kind of just gets frustrating. And I also think with the Instagram and social of it all, you know, we could show like the hustle and the highlight reel. Like the highlight reel is there. But I find that when I share the like work or when I share a bad day, what I get is like, either like, oh, she's just doing this for attention. Like, oh, like, God, Keltie. Or I get a lot of like righteous people in my DMs telling me like all the fails of the earth. Like they'll be like, oh, wow, I'm so sorry you're having a hard day. The children in blah, blah, blah. And I was like, and that's why you don't complain. So it's not actually our fault that we only show the highlight reel, because when I do want to be like, oh my God, I'm so tired, or I'm exhausted, or I have too much on my plate and I'm so depressed, I cried myself to sleep. Like people are like, what do you have to cry about? Or, you know who's crying? The animals in the, and you're just like.
But you can't do that. It's, you know, I have found myself recently releasing myself to all of that, meaning I post Thrifty Thursday and there's people like, oh, please look at your 400 pairs of shoes in the background. Yeah, I have that too. And if I post bougie things, I get the opposite.
Right.
And, you know, Terry and I have been doing these really dumb TikToks lately, which we enjoy. Right. And it's funny. And we'll get 4 million views or something crazy like that. Because if you know us, you know, we've written 3 books together.
Right.
We've had podcasts together. We've had TV shows together. We've had products for the last 10 years. And on a practical level, doing things like that is good for our brand. Let's just call it what it is.
Sure.
It's good for our brand.
Right.
And the more audience we get, the better it is. So that's all great. I will also tell you, it makes us laugh.
Right.
And our kids think we're so cringy.
Right.
And they think we're so ridiculous. And that makes me laugh more. Right. And we don't do all the trends right. And I'm not trying to.
Right.
We're just being us. And we are so silly and so stupid together. And so what I'm trying to do right now is not care so much. People are following you because they like you.
Right.
It's the same reason why we got into podcasting. When I remember Drew Pinsky said to me, when I told him I was going to do the show 10 years ago.
Crazy. Happy birthday, by the way.
You too.
Yeah.
He said, I go, oh, I need segments. And he goes, no, people just want to hang out with you. And I go, are you sure? But he's right. People want to hang out with you on Instagram. They want to hang out with you on TikTok. So they just want to hang out with you. And yeah, some people enjoy poaching you and some people enjoy celebrating you and everything in between. And that's life. Yeah. And it's all okay. But if you worry about chasing the likes and the follows and the things, then you lost.
I know. And it's just hard. It's also hard in my job because I'll see myself losing jobs to people because they have these things. You know what I mean?
What kind of things?
Like, oh my God, I would love to be on this red carpet, but I can't because I don't have 1 million followers or whatever. Like that is a real...
They used to do that with actors. Right?
No, even more so now. The amount of times that Becca on Lady Gang, my co-host, has lost out on a job to someone who has a bigger following than her, or maybe a famous last name or something like that. And the casting director will literally call and be like, we loved her for this, but they want the clout.
See, that is just
it's
so sad.
Brutal.
So brutal. Now, I mean, it's hard enough to put yourself out there and audition and be naked in front of people like that emotionally and all of that and be so talented. And now there's another layer.
There's another layer. And
Isn't
you're
that
like,
crazy?
Like it's a challenge for me when I see people on the red carpet because I'm like, this is what I do. This is what I'm good at. I have 3 Emmys for this. And I was like, and I can't do it. And you got the TikToker too? Like that. I'm happy for everyone. And I'm like, ooh, great girl, go live your dream. Like, I'm happy for you. And that's amazing. And I can compartmentalize those two things, but it burns.
Of course it burns. It's like, I was a scripted actress, and then we were watching all these people start to do reality, and it was like, oh,
don't do that.
Don't do that. And I keep saying this, I think this is true. I think I was the first actress that became a housewife. Kyle Richards is an actress, but she wasn't, she is now.
Right.
She's acting again now.
She was when she was a kid.
She was a child actor, but when she joined the show, she was not currently in the business, I guess is what I'm not trying to take
check her IMDb page.
I will check her IMDb. No, she's so talented. I'm not trying to take anything away, but the reason why I bring it up is people
are like, it's going to ruin your career.
And not only that, ridiculed. You're not an actress. Angelina Jolie is, I've taken so much shit, my IMDb, everything throughout the years, but other people on reality shows, other influencers can be given,
guest starring roles and whatever.
A
and you're like, oh, just because you have a following.
All right, wait. We're going to do a quick lightning round of something.
Okay.
I don't know. I could talk to you for 7 hours.
I know, me too.
Are you ready? What's your go-to karaoke song?
Faith, George Michael.
I've never sung karaoke.
We need to go.
Most embarrassing DM you've ever sent or received?
I DM'd Ariana Grande after she broke up with Pete Davidson and gave her some love advice.
Did she respond?
She hearted it.
Oh. Do you think it was her or a publicist?
It's definitely a bot.
Okay. Celebrity you'd love to swap lives with for one day?
Heather Dubrow.
Okay, besides me.
Like a Leo girlfriend in Saint Tropez.
Oh,
like on the yacht.
What's your guilty pleasure reality show?
I love The Valley. Is that a guilty pleasure?
No. Yes. One word to describe your current vibe.
Depressy and stressy.
I'm telling you, there's something in the air because everyone I thought it was just me.
Okay, good.
And I'm weirdly sober right now.
Yeah.
And so I'm really feeling all of the feelings. And I do not like it.
I mean, I don't want to have any more feelings.
No,
I'm
me
good.
either.
Like, just, can I beta block my whole life?
Yes. Let me give you some propanolol. Please hold.
Please.
I'm sure I have some somewhere. I love you. I could talk to you for hours. Will you come back? Because we didn't even, we were going to play a game.
I know we had a game. We had a whole thing.
We didn't get to the game.
I know. Love you.
I love you
show.
too.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for being here.
Just talk all the time.